Shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, as always, we would like to start off giving all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
double honors to our apostles, elders, bishops, and great millstone who rule well, teach well, and sound doctrine. Strong shalom to the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the large multitude, man, of men, women, and children. Because there will be men, women, and children. Also, that's a part of that electoral number that will be saved, all right? Brothers from GMS Cleveland branch, man, you know, Midwest King, we camp, or Williams edifying, and there's so much to talk about. Like Apostle Tar said, you miss a day, you miss a lot. It's a lot of UFO sightings. It's a lot of them we don't know is real. A lot of them, it's like half and half, you know. Some we believe, okay, that could be possible. Some of them probably just whatever, because you got this video, this one chick, I think a brother uploaded it, he just looped her like 3 or 4 times, and she was just talking about, you know, that's one thing she mentioned in the video was the UAPs, the UFOs, right? What UFO stands for unidentified flying object, right? Which we are able to identify them via the Holy Scriptures. But she was making a lot of points in that video about just not like being down with the system no more. You know how everybody's woke. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, which this matter of fact, you might get back to you start that visions for a point in time. Because she was talking about a lot in that video. It was like a 3-minute clip, you know. And it was another point that she mentioned. I can't remember, but we can read that.
It's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. But the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Right. So you gotta remember the Bible. People read the book, which is the Bible, the Holy Scriptures, and they think that it already took place. So when you read the scriptures is broken down, similitudes, metaphors, parables, right? Dark sayings, right? It has it's a multitude of layers, right? This is the word of the Heavenly Father and His beloved Son, YAHWASHI. So that means the book still lives, right? So this book is still relevant to today's time. So the scripture that said the vision is yet for an appointed time. So we were reading in the Old Testament that it was in a vision. It was things that was going to take place. That was a part of this vision that was going to happen at a later date. That was going to be relevant until the ushering in of the kingdom and the downfall of Esau Edom, man. Right? And a part of that vision is the prophecies. The last part of prophecies we see here today, which we still waiting on what? The MOTB, which would be the tiny technology, right? The small implant that he's going to put into the citizens, right? Jacob's trouble, right? World War III, right? Shit, like Apostle Tar said, us being in the kingdom is still for prophecy that have yet to be fulfilled, man. Because you got the net now who talk about, you know, once they do this with Hamas or whoever was it, Hamas, I forgot what name they used, that it would be the fulfilling of the prophecy in Isaiah. But here it is, they supposed to be the people that return to the land, but that would have been a prophecy fulfilled in Isaiah too. So showing you that we still got a lot of prophecies to be to still come to play, man.
If I may add, you know, them going to war with Hezbollah and all these other nations prove that they're not the people, right? Because the scriptures let us know that the Lord will put us back in the land.
Right.
If you are really the Lord's chosen people, you're not gonna have to fight these nations and go to war to get that acquired land. All right, the Lord is gonna set His people, His elect, back in that land. All right, we're not gonna have to, you know, shoot missiles and take over that land physically. No, we're gonna spiritually take over this entire planet, man.
That's right.
You know,
that's right.
So that's a telltale characteristic to show you that they're not the people. They claim it to be the people, but they're not. You know.
Khan. That's right. So we mentioned Isaiah 2, because in Isaiah 2 it talks about what? Us being in the land and us having not to lift up an instrument of war again. Go ahead, bring it up. Let's get back to that.
This is Salaki, bear with me. This is Isaiah chapter 2. All right, I'm starting at verse 3. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3. It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. That's cool.
Because we don't see us in America traveling to Israel to keep the holy days, the holy feast days, and to praise the Lord. You see, this is a requirement. This is what the world is going to do, because Jerusalem is going to be set up as the capital of the earth and beyond. Right? Go ahead, Doc.
It says, Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord.
Right, which is the government, right? Right, starting with YAHWASHI, right? Then King David, the apostles, right? The 12 apostles, the elect, the 144,000, right? You know, and so forth, and all the way down. The government body. It starts with the government body. That's that mountain that the brother just read. Go ahead, Doc.
To the house of the Lord Yahweh, to the house of the Lord Yahweh, power of Jacob.
And who's the house? The house of the Lord is the people, right? And that's how you know this is only referring to the Israelites, because the house of the Lord is starting with the elect, okay? But eventually, you know, through prophecy, through that appointed vision, you know, the entire nation is going to be delivered, okay? But it's happening in stages, right? The elect are going to be delivered at this time, right? And the 2/3 are going to be destroyed at this time.
That's right.
All right.
That's right, bro. Because it said, what was that last part?
Read it back. Read it back. Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3. It says, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord.
Oh yeah, the one on side. Because right, YAHWASHI is not in Israel with Netanyahu, right? Right now, Israel is a state. He said once Isaiah prophecy come to pass, which entails what he talked about in terms of them taking down their enemy right now, that will be fulfilling Isaiah. I think he said, was it Isaiah 60, or I forgot the exact chapter before, forgive me. But he said once that happens, that would mean that was a prophecy being fulfilled. But was it 60? So YAHWASHI is not dwelling in the land of Israel right now.
Right.
They're saying that it will become a state again. The state of Israel will be restored. That's what he said. The state of Israel will be restored. First of all, nigga, he's doing this on his own accord. YAHWASHI is the, like the brother just said, YAHWASHI is the one that's going to establish and set up Israel and the government. This nigga doing it on his own. He talking about the nation of the state. He said the state of Israel will be restored. What are you talking about?
But you know, that's a goddamn lie, because there's nowhere in the Bible that talks about a Balfour Declaration, man.
Right.
19. That's why we call y'all the 19 fucking 48ers, man. Because y'all set y'all own self up, man.
Since they've been in that land, it's been nothing but war, right? That's a holy land. And they don't even have all of the land because it's divided. You know, you've been at the war with the Palestinians. You got Saudi Arabia. That's part of our land. But
And just to add up to your point, if he would have started from the top to say that they will turn their weapons into
That's
why I agree.
Yeah, it says, Isaiah chapter 2, verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the power of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Right. The teachings will come out of Israel on how to properly live your life. Because the scripture tell you what, in Proverbs 29:2, that the righteous, the people rejoice when the righteous in authority, and they mourn when the wicked is in authority. So right now, the whole world is in mourning. That's why I just mentioned earlier about a lady who made a video clip complaining about the conditions of life and saying that they're not, she's not so much, her mind is not so much formatted how this man, this white man think. You know what I'm saying? So this showing you that what these people, that's a form of crying out. She took the time to go to the video and cry out to the people. That's a form of crying out. So that right now the whole world is in mourning. You see, so us teaching them the ways of Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWASHI is going to ultimately bring peace into the earth, man. It's going to clean the earth up and establish how the earth was supposed to be from the foundation, man, from the beginning. You got it, all right?
Verse 4, Isaiah the 2nd chapter, and he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat, their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore.
Right. So once Israel was allotted to be back in his homeland, there would not be war on that soil or war, period. Why would it need to be war if you are established as a system again? There's no need for war. You see?
Hey, I want to add to as well, you know, in their mind, their paradigm is war will restore them, right? That's why they invoke war with all these other nations, right? But the people of the Lord, their paradigm is that the Lord will restore them, right? And that's the difference in the mindset, man. The Lord will restore his people. This is Jeremiah chapter 16 and verse 14. Now the title here in the blue letter, it says, Yahawah will restore them, or God will restore them. That's Jeremiah 16 and 14. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, and it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Verse 15, but the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north. Talking about what? America, right? It says, and from all the lands whither he hath driven them, and this is the point, and I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers. Right? So the Lord is going to bring us into our land again, man. All right? And that's linked up with what the brother was talking about too, man.
Yep.
You know, we don't have to go to war with these nations to get into the kingdom. All right? This particular plan, this whole ordeal was already determined from the beginning of the earth to transpire, to happen on the behalf of the people, right? For us to get into the kingdom, for us to, triumph over the wicked. It was already written for us to succeed, man. You know,
right.
That's what Ephesians brings out to as well, man. Both chapters, first and the second chapter. You know?
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Because it said, in the verse you just read, it said,
read again.
Yeah,
it's Jeremiah 16 and 15. But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them. Right. So it shows you here in this verse that the Lord is the one who put us in captivity under all these nations, man. All right, as for our disobedience, as well as for us to be small sanctuaries in these little pockets of the earth and praise his name. Okay. When you go into the New Testament, it talks about the Most High sending so-called UFOs with the brother brought off earlier, and goes gather the elect.
Right.
We ain't seen no chariots fill the skies and gather these white people.
Right.
White. It says, I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
I will bring them again to the land that I gave unto their fathers. So the Lord is going to be the one that's doing the gathering. He's the one that's orchestrating everything. You're going to actually see him. Like, that's what generals do. Like, real generals fight with their men, and they're involved with their men. Like I mentioned last week or I can't remember when, but you ain't never seen Donald Trump or none of these presidents on the battlefield with their men. You've seen Alexander and all that, but in today's time, you ain't seeing that, man. You ain't seeing not now with a helmet on and war, man. You see? Because he got a different motive, he got a different agenda. Right? Read that real quick.
This is Baruch chapter 2, verse 35. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people of Israel out of the land that I have given them.
Hey, that's beautiful what the Lord just said in that verse.
That's right.
All right, and that links up with Jeremiah 29 and 11. How the Lord has a thoughts of peace towards us versus, thoughts of captivity and thoughts of punishment and destruction. Hey, that's beautiful to understand how the Lord is looking at us now through through his only begotten Son, YAHWASHI. He has thoughts of peace towards us if we repent. Read on that verse. Lord, damn devils ain't got spiritual powers, man. When we get to the land, we're gonna get the new covenant, spiritual powers. We're gonna have all nations under us. And the others will say that the law shall go forth out of Zion. What you got coming out of Zion now? Fucking boat parades, man. Boat parades in the Holy Land, man. Come on, man. You ain't some goddamn people, man.
Yeah, that's right. That won't mean they in the new covenant.
Yeah.
Because if they're back in the land, that won't mean they will be issuing forth the new system. But them niggas still get They still have the highest form. They have the highest form of skin cancer, FTE, all that. That means that they still perish. The new covenant was for what? Us being alive forever. No death. No death, man. Why? Because sin is not going to be prominent in this, man. Go ahead.
Baruch chapter 4, starting at verse 36. O Jerusalem, look about thee toward the east, and behold the joy that cometh unto thee from Yahawah.
Right. So we still in a position of hope. You know, them niggas, they don't got it. So that would mean, go ahead, go ahead.
Verse 37, lo, thy sons come whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One.
Right. This is how the gathering and the collectiveness is being manifested on the earth by the word of the Holy One. Right. Can you get St. John 1:14?
Rejoicing in the glory of Yahawah.
Rejoicing in what?
The glory of Yahawah.
Rejoicing in the glory of Yahweh, because that glory is for the Lord. When he got to come down and he got to rescue you. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that's a good feeling for brothers that's fathers and different. You know, you've been in relationships, like whenever your woman or your children have to lean on you for whatever. That's a good feeling. And they leaned on you, and you know what I'm saying? You succeeded and you actually helped them, and they prevailed and they got the victory. Whatever, how it play out, that's a good feeling for the man. That's a good feeling for the one that's involved, man. You see that? So when the Lord comes, that's gonna glorify him. Right. You know, us being in this state glorify him, because when we taken out of this state, with the brother read in the brother Kazak read in Jeremiah, they ain't gonna be talked about the old future no more. That's how glorious this new deliverance gonna be.
Hey, that just add to your point just a little bit, and then you got it right back. It's gonna feel good to be delivered out of a way when it wasn't no way.
That's it.
Oh, you know what I mean? Like Christians say, the elect shall scarcely be saved. Then it's gonna be doom and gloom. It don't look like it's no way out. Right. That's what salvation is. Yeah, delivered from impending doom. Okay, and this is the best time to be alive up to this point. You know, because we're seeing all these prophecies taking place. You know, hey, you gotta have faith in order to, keep moving on in this prophecy. You gotta have faith to wait. Right? You gotta have faith to wait for the MOTB to pass, all these things to pass, so that way you can get into that chariot, man. Right? This is all beautiful. You know, and patience and gift, it got to be given to you from Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. That's right. Why most people don't believe, because the Most High don't want y'all to believe. And it goes all back to your point that you were just saying, how it all magnifies the Lord. Oh, beautiful. You know,
because he said, Matthew 24:13, he that endured to the end and saints shall be saved. You see, they go hand in hand. That, bro, like the times we live in right now, bro. The bishop, Father Juan Alana did a lesson and said, I forgot the wording, but he said something to the effect of this this about to be the worst time.
Yeah, I saw that.
You know what I'm talking
about? Yep.
Yeah, because he was sit down. So this time we about to move into, that's what the scriptures say. A time like never before. You know? It's called Jacob's trouble for a reason. We dominate the whole earth. We're the majority of the whole earth. Like Apostle Tar said, bro, majority of the people you see are Israelites. They say it's 9 to 10 billion. Like 6 of those billion, it's six. So whatever billion is Israelites, man. You see?
Right.
So it's about to be a troublesome time. Go ahead,
even though it's different, like so-called Arab groups that's in the so-called Middle East, like the Houthis, the Hamas, and what's the other one? Hezbollah, right? They all, which are backed by Iran, which Iran is linked with Russia. But the whole point is, majority of those are Jakes, man. You know what I'm saying?
Like a lot of them Palestinians.
A lot of them Palestinians, they Jakes, man.
You can see that, and especially in Cleveland. A lot of them, you see a lot of them Arabs in them stories. Like, that's a nigga.
Right. Like, work with these two young Jakes. They think they fucking Iranian or something. Man, these niggas Jakes all day long. They look like heathen, but when they get to moving and talking, you're like, man, this nigga Jake.
Yeah, you can't fake Jake, no?
It's Isaiah 59 and verse 19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood.
Right. So all of this, like you said, bro, all of this is the glorification of Yahawah. You see, all of this is a part of the Lord's name being magnified on the earth. Because it's saying from the west into the east. The sun rises in the east, sets in the west. So it's covering both spectrums, right? What's coming with it is the fear of the Lord. The prophets standing on their feet brought fear into the people. You see, it say that in the scriptures in Revelations 11, right? A great fear fell upon them. You know what I'm saying? We stood upon it. So a part of what you see happening, which is the holy, right? The holy vibration being dominant on the earth. That's bringing forth the great things and the glorification of Yahweh.
Just to answer your point, just to give an example, you think the nations wasn't in fear when the Lord parted the Red Sea on our behalf?
Exactly.
Hey man, hey, they was in awe.
Exactly.
You know, hey, these nations, you think these nations wasn't in awe and wasn't in fear when the Lord fought on the behalf of Joshua?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Some battles Joshua didn't even have to fight. The Lord destroyed armies on his behalf, man.
Oh, my sister said, you
know?
know,
So it shows you, hey, we don't have to fight. Hey, the Lord can intervene on our behalf at any point in time, man. You know, why? Because we're Israelites and we're connected to him. That's the spiritual power that we have. And you know, with that power, it calls the nations to fear us, man. You know, and that's the power we're connecting to. You know, and it's gonna cause these nations to fear us once again, man. You know, because they feared us under the time of David. All right. They were in servitude under David. Okay. All right. And other kings that was in place had these nations in fear and in servitude as well, man. And at the same time, it's coming back again. Okay. You got it? Oh, I got some more. It's Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. Hey, you know, what's going to cause them to have fear too as well is the Israelite men. You know, when they come down from those chariots with those spiritual powers, hey, everything that those Israelite men do, those elect men do when they come down from those chariots is going to invoke the fear of the Lord upon these nations, man. You know, we're not acting on our own behalf. No, we're acting under the fear of Yahawah. And we're going to put that fear on every nation, you know. Continuing on, it says, in his glory from the rising of the sun, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. You know?
Right. So that standard is a way to escape. That's the salvation. Right. Yahawah's name is his very name means salvation. He shall save. Yahawah's salvation. He's salvation. He is salvation. That is our salvation. That is our way back to the great things of Yahawah. You know, that is the downfall of our enemy. Oh, he is. Yahawah is these things. That's all tied into what salvation brings. It brings the righteousness, the righteous state being set up on the earth, and it brings the decay and the death state of sin on the earth to its corner. That's all tied in together. It talked about that. Talked about that in Wisdom Solomon 18. The simultaneous effect of Yahawah coming in our first Egypt. When he came in, it was our deliverance and it was the enemy's destruction. Right. So that's what the Lord is coming to do, man. Real quick.
Just like in nature, in order for something to be created, one thing got to be broken down. Right? In order for you to plant a seed, you got to break up the earth. Right. You see, so it shows you, just in that analogy, that's how it goes, man. One kingdom got to fall for another kingdom to rise, man. All right, so go on. Yeah, verse 20. Isaiah 59:20. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord.
Right. So is it the small hats? No, man. Because brother just mentioned earlier that the happy parade still take place over there. The highest form of skins, all type of abominations done over there, man. Right? This whole war, Hezbollah, Hamas, these niggas doing that shit, man, for they reason, man. You know, look, man, look, the red shield, niggas go back to them. They all the same people, right? And the whole point of it is to have world dominance through the currency, right? And through his blessing. That's what he wants. Because ultimately he think that if he could manually, right, not through the spirit, but manually rise his birthright, you know, manually operating his birthright, that he somehow will achieve immortality. Because that's ultimately what this whole thing go back to, bro. He's trying to receive immortality. That's what the technology is about. The technology is set up so that you can Elon Musk said that he's gonna upload his conscious until technology. Look, they did a parody, and then you get it. A so-called, because Kanye West, I put it in the chat. Kanye West was face to face with Elon Musk just a couple days ago. He was doing an interview. And Elon Musk was supposed to be the nigga that was like against the technology, but we already know what the shit he said. So it was just a witchcraft, because Kanye West was supposed to be the bad guy in that sit down, and he was like, yeah, because it just makes all the sense in the world. And he kind of the shit he was saying, and then Elon Musk was like, well, it seems dangerous. Don't you think it's dangerous? So they was making mockery to the prophets and YAHWAH, because they know that we're telling you that it is dangerous. That it does have an effect. Can you find information in the Bible? The Bible tells you that it's a judgment for taking part in that format of the technology, taking the tiny seed here to try to attain immortality that way, and so forth, man.
What do they call it? The fourth industrial revolution.
Revolution. Yep.
Revolution, when they're trying to merge man with technology, man. Right. Guess what, man? We're gonna get everything that they want as a blessing, man. As a promise from Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, man. And it was declared from the foundation of the earth. It's not of our own doing, right? No, we can't boast of this. No, the Lord being a potter, he created one vessel unto honor and one vessel unto dishonor, like it says in Romans 9, man.
Right.
It's the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 43. And the Philistine said unto David, I am a dog.
Right, so this is when King David was about to fight Goliath, right? The Philistine, right? And we can apply the same concept to Esau, and we can apply the same what the brother about to read to what we're bringing out right now, and what's about to take place. Go ahead,
It said, I am a dog that thou comest to me with staves. And the Philistine cursed David by his gods. And the Philistine said to David, come to me. So this is the power not only between men, but this is the power between God. Okay? Because he cursed David with his with his gods, right? So it's like David God versus the Philistine God. And we know who won. You got it. It says, come to me, and I will give.
Right, it's lucky because can you get Isaiah 19? Go ahead,
Blessed my spirit.
Well, we're gonna start at the top because it's about the idols. But that's what this is. You know what I'm saying? The war of God. Go ahead,
1 Samuel 17 and 44. And the Philistine said to David, come to me, and I will give thy flesh unto the fowls of the air and to the beasts of the field. Then said David to the Philistine, thou comest to me with a sword and with a spear and with a shield, but I come to thee in the name of Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI of hosts.
That's the point. He said, you come to me with all these things, but I come to you in the name of YAHWASHI, YAHWASHI.
That's faith.
That's the glorification. That faith brought forth that glorification. What glorified the Lord at the end of the day. You see?
Yeah, because everybody else was scared. You know, here it is. David, he's just a shepherd at this time period. He's a young shepherd, young man. But everybody else that was of the army of Saul was scared. Even Saul was scared, man. So that's like in comparison, 2/3 of our people. They scared to rise up. They scared to rise up and come here to the altar, right, and pronounce evil against this devil, man. You know. But the house of David, they're the ones that's actually doing it. The house of David, they're the actual ones going to the spiritual war, all right, by prophesying and chanting down this place and chanting down Esau. But 2/3 of our people, they scared to do it, man.
Right. That's how you know the house of David is the government, which we was talking about earlier. Because they talk about that house in the verse we what we read earlier. You know, that's the government that's right now waging war upon those who snuck in, if you will. You know, who crept in, you know, and so forth and so forth. The enemy that plotted against us. Right now, the war of the house of David is warring against the enemy right now. That's why when we read in Isaiah 2, it's gonna come a time where the house of David ain't gonna have to fight no more. You see, because the house of David consists of what? The greatest army in the universe, right? Like I'm talking about in the universe. That nigga, dudes was my screw the universe. Look, the universe, right? Because it goes beyond the earth, right? You got galaxies upon galaxies. I mentioned last week or so that Esau talking about. It's an article that came out that he said that the galaxy is expanding. It's expanding, right? The Lord, he said, Yahawashi said,
in my father's house many mansions.
Right, the Lord prepared a place for us. You know, so of course, it's going to always keep expanding because we're going to be immortal, man.
We're never gonna die. You know, all these souls ain't gonna be the fit on just one planet Earth. And we need other planets and other galaxies, man.
Right. So the point what we read was that he said, I come to you in the name of my power. And the name was Yahawah, BAHASHAM Yahawashi. So we're coming in the reputation of Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, which is bringing forth the fearful tactics of Esau and our enemies, man. That's why you see the shit don't make sense. Like if you was a nigga in the world, you was examining all this, you're like, bro, I'm confused. You would be like, what the fuck is going on? And that's how these people act. They don't know who to believe. They don't know what's right, what's wrong. The reason why we know what's going on is because we're in the spirit. But all of this is confusion. Because why the prophets is actually prophesying the next steps is about to take place in Esau's plans. The next step is about to take place in really the Lord's plan, man. Because what's about to transpire is you're about to see that. That's we talked about the UFOs, man. The chariots and the sightings of Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi, man. You're seeing that at a numerable rate right now, right? Whether they're real or not, it's the whole dynamic of its presence. It talk about it being a curse of the earth. It's the whole dynamic that is backed by. What is it backed by? Yahawah BAHASHAM Yahawashi. The name, the reputation, that vibration, man.
That's good. And that's crazy because we used to be downtown 8 years ago, holding up signs in the chairs. People mocked us. People laughed at us. People scoffed us. But now them same people is in fear. Like, what are these things? These are for the elect of the nation of Israel. That's our deliverance. At the same time, it's going to be your destruction, man. And this is all to fulfill the Lord's plan. And what is his plan? To bring all things under subjection. Under subjection to who? To Yahawashi, man.
Wow. Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying robe. He said unto me, what seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying robe. Right, so, right, because the chariots, Esau can't be inside his fighter jets and be inside his fighter jet and you see it change to, it expand and it shrink. He can't do that. So it said a flying robe because sometimes you might see a chariot that look like an actual scroll in the air, man. It's videos on this that has lights surrounding and so forth, man. So this flying robe is the chariot which the angels ride in, man, and it's one with the angels, man.
Hey, and like at camp on Sunday, when was aviation started? It was started here in America, I think, in the 1900s. This book that we read, it was written thousands of years ago. So what was in the air that Zechariah saw?
Right.
The chariots of Israel.
Right. Okay, this is Zechariah chapter 5, verse 2. He said unto me, what seest thou? I answered, I see a flying robe. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth.
It's the curse to who? It's a curse to 2/3 of our people. Where really it's a curse to Esau, man, because it's coming to set boy. It is a curse to 2/3 of our people, and it's a curse to the other nations, the heathens. That's just gonna be zapping out concentrated fire, man. Turning the people into dust, man.
Right. Dehydrating you, man. That's what's going to happen. When you turn to dust, your body is made of majority of water. So he's going to dehydrate you, man. It's a curse to these people because they had a movie that came out and it was about Jake, so-called black people being beamed up in chariots, and they had this what?
Don't look up, yo.
That's when the president was on the TV screen and all that. Don't look up. That's when Jake was getting beamed up by the chariots, man. They said we only here for them, and the president put out a state of emergency, you know, and then he kicked the Jake that was a part of their council. He kicked them niggas out, and he he was tricking, man. So they know that. That's why they got to make a story up about chariots, yeah, and chariots crashing, and they got parts of the chariot, and because they're trying to still maintain their dominance on the earth, man. But that's what the curse. That's why it's a cursing to these people, man. Because it's a part of their demise. It's a part of taking them out of the way, man. It's going to dismantle them, man.
Yeah, because they got ties with Babylon.
That's right.
They want Babylon to prolong. So if you want this place to thrive, of course, everything that we're talking about is a curse to you. You don't want to hear this message because you got investments. You don't want to hear this message because you got houses and you know what I'm saying. You invested in this place. Nah, man, you got to detach. If you're part of the elect, you will be a pilgrim on this earth, not latching on to anything, man. You know, y'all got it.
Yeah, you got to put that word curse real quick. Because a curse brings death. If you're tied to a curse, that means that death is all it surrounds you. That's why we continue to die still. We're still, them curses is still over us, right? But they're slowly fading away. You got a piece of that? Okay, copy. Oh, well, go ahead.
In Zechariah chapter 5, verse 3, then said he unto me, this is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. For everyone that stealeth shall be cut off, as on this side according to it, and everyone that sweareth shall be cut off, as on that side according to it. And I will bring it forth, saith Yahawah of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, and into the house of him that sweareth falsely by my name. It shall remain in the midst of his house, shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Right. So the house of the thief is America. That long and great. This land, Habakkuk 2:12, Lord, see me established by blood. See, so this is the house of the thief. This is the house of him that swear falsely by the name of the Lord. Okay, talking about some Jesus Christ. Talking about some damn God. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord, these vehicles, that flying road that Zechariah saw, is going to enter into America.
Right. Because I think you mentioned this in the house of the thief. Right. Yeah, right. Exactly. So because this is the house of the thief. He took lands, he took people, nations, and claimed it as his own. And he's still doing it today. As the Lord manifested right before us. Go ahead. That's the typical freedom, right?
That's what they're going to keep on right there.
The wild man.
Savvy.
Yeah.
For the devil. This is the Edom online for the word curse. Late old English. A prayer that evil or harm befall one.
So can I make a quick statement? Because you got actual entities in those chariots, which are angels. You don't think they chanting down this place? You know what I'm saying? You don't think those angels are those in those chariots not only gonna bring physical destruction, but they're actually in the heavens chanting down this place, man. All right, bringing curses upon this place. Not only us, all right, that's here on earth, but the angels in the heavens. So when they actually come back in those chariots, all right, they're gonna chant down this place as well, man.
Yeah, because
And you also have the elect in the heavens saying, how long?
yeah, I was about to, yeah, because I was making mention of Abel. That's what Abel did. He said, the scripture tell you in Genesis 4 that his blood cried to me from the ground. Abel was in the spirit world complaining about what just took place, man.
Yeah.
That's him in the heavens, what the brother just said, that's him in the heavens cursing this place because he was complaining, which means that there's a problem which just took place. That should not be. So he's asking the Lord to do something about it. And what you do? Send a curse.
The Lord said it, the just shall complain continuously. All right. Second Esdras 15:8. It's a precept as well, man. Because if you're in your right mind, you have something to complain about.
Right.
All right. It's a lot of wickedness that goes on in this place. Wickedness that is not even seen, that you can't even fathom, man. And the Lord know about it, and the prophets know about it, and this place got to burn, man. But these people wicked, so they don't see the wickedness. They don't have the time. They fucking lie. They have been desensitized. Right. That's what he put. Esau put this. There's so much wickedness happening at rapid speeds to the point where people have become desensitized, man. That's why they don't see it. Like, it says,
Where you at? Oh, yeah. You already read consignment. Yeah. Can you read that part again? Consignment too.
it says, a prayer that evil or harm befall one, consignment of a person to an evil fate.
Consignment to a person of an evil fate. And Esau's fate is to be unalive, man. He's trying everything in his power to revert this. That's why he spent decades experimenting on the strongest people on the earth, which is Black, Hispanics, Native Seminole Indians, you people on this side. He did live experiments on you to test different ways out on how you can carnally achieve this goal. What do you think? What do you think? When somebody's so-called, they say, "Oh, he's dead." What do? The EMT. They take the things that shock you, and they put it to your chest, and they shock you, and then so they're trying to get a heartbeat.
EKG monitors.
Water, bro. That's the EKG monitor. I couldn't think that shit from nothing. The EKG monitors. They shock you and to bring you back to life. Where do you think that came from? That came from the live experiments on Jake. That's what they would do to Jake. They would do fucking torture methods on Jake, and Jake would he'd give up the ghost, so to speak, and then he'd shock his ass back awake.
Yeah,
and keep going.
It's a resuscitation device.
Come on, bro.
The spirit is energy, and they just
right, exactly, bro.
That energy and that fire back into that.
Exactly, shocking it is like sparking it back up.
Right. You know, that's the AHBANAWA. Right. Do it. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have no man to have power to retain the spirit.
Right.
I think that's a Ecclesiastes 8. You know?
But the point is that that's where that came from. So this devil, that's all a part of him experimenting on this and all that. That was all a part of him trying to figure out ways. The adrenochrome, he'll torture a nigga to death, and he'll drink your blood, he'll get your semen, your sperm, right? Skin you. He skin you to wear your skin. He's trying everything in his power to gain immortality.
Mad scientist.
Mad scientist. He's like, look, let me put his skin on me to see if this works. Let me cover myself.
Transplants,
right, bro? Heart
transplants, shit like that.
So that's ultimately what this technology is all about, right? This technology is to continue his life, because he said all the time, man, his nation is being pushed out. Just bro, if we pop every Edomite woman alone, he's done. So how much more the fancies of YAHAWASHI that you see taking place, the glorification that you see. You see? Go ahead, Art.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau.
Now, you go to the word profane, it means furthest away from the temple or outside of the temple. So he's wicked. He's the furthest you can be away from the Lord. All right, you got it.
It says, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterwards.
Right, so that showed you how carnal he was, Salaki. They said for one morsel of meat, he sold his birthright. Hear it? You gotta understand. Like, really understand this. And that time, they knew what all this meant, right? Right now, we get it through the scriptures and all this, and we get to understand, and then we can tell. No, you don't get the magnitude, right? It was a different vibration back then. The Lord was dealing more. There's a lot of things that was taking place on a spiritual level back then that was manifested in the carnal. This nigga Esau knew what the birthright meant, even though it was ordained from the foundations of the earth. We put it into like the context. He knew that his birthright meant certain things. He knew it was important. He knew what came with it.
He knew that the first born was supposed to get it. See,
Right.
the whole ritual.
Right.
Why? Wow, these things where's this birthright?
Right. To me. Right.
Like, he knew about it, like you said, he knew it was important, but at the same time, he didn't value it. He didn't know the scriptures because he didn't know the mysteries of it. So, like the scriptures say, none of the wicked shall understand, right? The wise shall understand. Right? So Jacob understood the ins and outs and the true value of what God entailed. That's why he supplying Esau for it.
Right.
And it was already ordained in the spirit. It was already ordained in the foundation of the world that Jacob would supply Esau for the birthright and the blessing.
And the scripture say, It's different with like the thing, the wickedness he did on the earth, but the scriptures say that he didn't consider his latter end. Like you can apply that to, yeah, come on, because he didn't consider his latter end in that. He didn't consider the shit that was gonna come after that, man.
Because he was carnal minded. You know, the scriptures say that he carnal minded was dead.
Right.
But the spiritual mind is life everlasting. That's why the 12 tribes will have life everlasting.
Right.
And what's going to be the end of Esau? Yeah.
Right, because carnality brings it allows room for you to be self-willed, which brings pride, and that's pride is when you depart from your maker. Because when you carnal, that means you're saying you're literally saying that it's you. You don't have to rely on the source or the energy that's giving it. That's like right now if like my motherfucking the spirit leave the body, our body, and then our body's still just walking and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga, I don't need you to continue to walk down the street. That it don't work like that. As soon as the spirit leaves the body drops. That's what happens. So it's showing you that he's like his mind is warped. Go ahead, I.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 17. For you know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. Hebrews 12 and 17. For you know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
Now, this rejection just didn't happen there. It happened from the foundation of the world. The Lord rejected him from the beginning of time.
Tell you that Romans 9. Right, children being not yet born, so that the purpose of the election might be.
The Lord rejected him when he was Cain, man. Because that was one of his first carnal acts, was giving up an unrighteous sacrifice, man.
That's right.
Right? That spirit was always, that Edomite spirit was always in Cain. And that's why the Lord, when he came as Esau, he had to take that curse, right, that he pronounced upon Esau when he was Cain, take that melanin away, man.
Because Cain was proud. Cain had a lot of pride. But what did he say to Yahawah? He said, am I my brother's keeper? I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? You know? So that was a proud statement to Yahawah. Seeing Yahawah, I know everything. Man.
Bro, shit, on top of that, what he gave for the sacrifice.
Spirit, I was just thinking,
You know, he gave fruit instead of what the Lord asked for.
and he knew what the Lord wanted.
Exactly, bro.
But you just in your mind, this is what I'm gonna get.
This I'm giving the Lord.
And then now since you don't want to take it, and now
Esau.
since you blessing Abel, now I'm gonna slay him. That's a wicked nigga.
That reminds me of this social media culture with pranks. You know, like people pranks on people. And then when the person they prank and get serious, they always say, "Oh, it's a prank, it's a prank, it's a joke." Like basically, like, I'm recording, don't hurt me. But people don't care about the cameras and none of that. It's like Cain wanted to play a prank on the Lord. He'll say, "I know what he wants, but I'm gonna bring this instead." You know what I'm saying? I can see that Esau, the main one who be doing pranks. That shit got popular with Jackass. Remember Jackass? That's
Yeah.
the first niggas that was doing all that type of dumb shit.
Yeah, always
like
playing.
That's that Northern Kingdom
That's
spirit. That's that come from Northern Kingdom be doing that shit, man. The scriptures say Ephraim is a silly dove. So there's a lot of them Ephraimites and Northern Kingdom, they be on that shit because of the influence of Esau.
Yep.
So this is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul. It's the book of Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for appointed time.
Right, so everything we were saying in the beginning is the time. It's all allotted to the time we in now. You see, all those things are included in the visions, in the vision, which consists of salvation for Israel and destruction for the enemy, which is Esau, who is known as the biblical devil that the Bible speaks of. Okay, it's a man that lives on the earth that pushes the ways of darkness. Right, it has to be balanced in the earth. It's a vessel for honor and righteousness, is a vessel for destruction and death, and so forth and so forth. He's the way of sin. He's the man of sin, right? The son of perdition, the way of destruction. It's in Revelation 11, he destroyed the whole earth. How did he destroy the whole earth? Sirach 10. As the king is, so is the people. His mind and his philosophies, he gave to the people. That's what you saw in the Garden of Eden. In 1 Corinthians, he said, the simplicity of Mashiach, he said, talk about Eve. When you go into the word, but God seduce, it goes, He seduced her mind. Goes into God goes into the word seduce holy. So he seduced her mind. How did he seduce her mind? With the ways of his information. The way he said, okay, this is not good. You do it like this, and this is actually good. You see?
And he still do the same thing to this day. Everything that your multi made good, he think he could make better.
Right. Exactly. And that's because, once again, going back to going back to Cain, right? The Lord said what? That sin lieth at the door for Cain. So not only that, the Lord also said that Satan shall be thy desire. So that means everything that Cain, Esau, aka Esau, everything he would do would be after the desire of Satan, man, which he's a direct adversary.
Right.
So with that being said, everything he does is going to be against Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWAHSHI, against righteousness.
Right. Beautiful. So which means what? His technology don't have nothing to do with the Lord. Even though it belongs to the Lord, it has nothing to do with Yahweh Shah. What we mean by that? The ways of righteousness. You see, it's not establishing the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shah. It's not teaching people to come to the Lord. It's teaching you to merge with this so that you can do this. It's not telling you to come to the Lord so you can do this. See, so his technology is against Yahweh Shah.
Exactly. Sin lieth at the door. So his going in, his coming out would be what? Transgression of the law.
Right.
Everything he do would transgress the law of the Heavenly Father.
Right. Because the ultimate, the last state of that formation, like we said, is the tiny technology. And that's going to give you what? The God-like capabilities. You can walk and the door open. You can think about somebody and it calls them. You can whatever. That's going to give you God-like abilities. And on top of that, it can help you live longer. Because why? You put it in your mind, you got this neural link, and it's helping niggas walk and talk and see. He's giving you God-like capabilities without Yahweh BAHASHAM YAHWAHSHI. He's telling you that it's another way, and Yahweh Shah said it's only one way. You see?
That's Yahweh Shah.
Come on, bro.
So I am the way, the truth, and the life.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. For the vision is yet for the appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
Right, so the vision is for an appointed time. Like we said, the time we're living in right now is a time like never before. So Habakkuk and all the prophets before us, which they're back here today, some of them, they were talking about the time we're currently in. The vision was yet for appointed time. Go ahead.
Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It would not tarry.
Right, because this is second Ezra 4 real quick. 32. No, get that point.
Second Ezra 4:32.
Yeah, come on.
Second Ezra chapter 4, verse 32. And when the ears shall be cut down,
37.
Second Ezra chapter 4, verse 37. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times, and he doeth not move nor stir them until the said measures be fulfilled.
Right, so it said, though it tarry, wait for them. It's tarry. It seemed like it's tarrying because it's read in 2 Ezra 4. The Lord has measured the time. When you look at it, if you take a tape measure and you pull the stem out of it, it goes only so far it can go, but it has different measurements on it. You know, a lot of things you're doing, or you're doing some work, you're not using each measurement. Everything is used for its proper time. You might need a longer measurement for a wall, and then you might need a shorter measurement for a chair. Everything is in its proper context in what you see taking place.
Like a measuring cup. You know what I'm saying? Like a measuring cup. My son just showed me a measuring cup. You know, I'm supposed to put 20 millimeters in this cup. So I had a measuring cup, got 500 millimeters at the top, then it got 400 millimeters, then it got 300, 200, 100. So the measurement's gotta be full. And just like, you know, when you go to the water park, they got them big buckets, and once the bucket gets full, it automatically tip over. Yeah, water pour out. That's how the process is. There's a certain measurement. Once that measurement is fulfilled, then the next phase will start. You know? Phase. Right. It's like movies. It's so many different examples. Like movies have things. Exactly. You have scenes and then you have the climax. All, you know what I'm saying? It's just like it's the same thing with life. That's how they got movies. That's how they created movies from the scriptures, man. You know, everything boils around the truth, man.
Yup, so like I said, by measure have you measured the times. Hey, bring that back real quick, God. And then you got it back. Go ahead.
The second Ezra chapter 4, verse 37. By measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times, and he doeth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
Right, until the said measure be fulfilled. Right, because it's like you talk about
what is that? The said measure. So this is the word of the Heavenly Father. Everything that's going to come to pass, all the measurements were spoken. See, this is that's why the scripture is referred to a rod and a reed.
right.
In Revelation 11 because everything is the said measurement. See, it's what the Heavenly Father has said, and once that measurement kicks in, boom. Okay, now we hear the wars, rumors of wars. Okay, now we see the pestilences a couple years ago. You know, we see then we're gonna see come on TV soon come. See, then we're gonna see World War III. But these are all said measurements.
And they were saying that the said is past tense. That word in itself is a word that you will use to describe something that's in the past tense. So this is already said from the beginning. Like it says in Isaiah 46 and 10. Right? The ending was written from the beginning.
Right,
In ancient times, the things that are not yet done. One thing about prophecy is just perfect time.
That's it right there. It's perfect. So when it happens, it's perfect. It's not a mistake that baby got hit by the car, a bomb hit America, so forth. That was the will of the Lord. It was the will of the Lord, meaning it was a perfect time. It was the exact moment in time that was supposed to take place. You got it, not?
Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. Ye shall hear of wars, rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled.
Why?
For all these things must come to pass,
Right?
but the end is not yet.
But the end is not yet. Why?
Meaning there are certain prophecies that have come before others.
Exactly. It's a said measure. It's an increment of different things that must take place for the whole picture to make sense.
Right. When we talk about the right. You can't, you might have to sear it, then you might have to, I ain't no chef or nothing, but I know, like I said, it's different steps. You get a cookbook, they're going to list the steps in the order, and you might go out of the order, and mess the whole thing up.
You got to go through these steps to get the end result.
That's right.
Can't skip past it.
Right. That's why we were talking about the scripture in Song of Solomon, awaken out my love to the peace. Right. Because the Heavenly Father got said measurements that he has to first bring to pass before he can bring the other said measurements to pass.
So that he won't not a man that he's a lot. He's bound by his word.
Matthew 24, verse verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
So these are like steps. You know, the Lord, this is how we start speaking in red letter. He's giving you steps.
Right, which Yahawashi is quoting Ezra. Because Ezra was told to do what? Measure the time diligently. How do you measure? Just like Quan was saying, the scriptures is likened to a reed or a rod. So the scriptures is how you measure the times that you're in.
Right.
And that's what Uriel, the Lord sent Uriel to show Esdras. So now Yahawashi is quoting Esdras to show his disciples.
Hey, the Lord told Ezra to go and tell the people what you have seen. In 2nd Ezra chapter 2, verse 42, man.
That's right.
And that's what, believe it or not, Ezra's probably on the earth prophesying right now.
So,
He give it to everybody. He said, give it to the wise of the people.
He said, woe is me, right? Yeah. So he heard.
He said that in 2nd Ezra 2 and 42. Don't give it to everybody. Don't talk to the wise, man. For the ones who can spiritually hear and spiritually see.
Right.
Right?
All right, and with Salaki, in which you had not co-regents. I forgot the specific word for it, but you had other prophets living in Ezra's time.
Yeah, that's right.
Contemporaries.
You guys, it's St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrow.
The beginning of sorrow. Right? These are things that the Lord is giving you the steps that's going to take place. Okay, this going to happen. And then this going to happen. That's going to make this happen. For example, in Jeremiah, say the least of the flock should draw them out. That's a step that happens that brought forth the next phase, which was World War III, of the major escalation of it. So we're in World War III right now, right? You got these different allies involved with,
And the least of the flock goes into those small heads over there. Right. Led not a Jew. him going over there. That's what Elder Yashawamba called him. But yeah, you know, he's drawing the people out, causing war, man. You know, with Iran and all that's it's happening now. That particular phase in prophecy is taking place, man. And we see that right now, clear as day, how he's provoking these nations, man.
Yep.
How he's provoking Russia, how he's provoking Iran.
Right. But the scripture saying in Ezekiel 38 chapter, how the Lord's gonna put an evil thought, right? And Gog and Magog is gonna put an evil thought within them. So that means something's gonna have to take place in order for Vladimir Putin to have an evil thought to come down upon America, man.
Yep. Hey,
They already, you know, their policies and their international war strategy showing you that they're gonna do it. You know,
And the Lord said he's gonna put hooks in their jaws. Right? So the Lord is controlling them, and he said he's gonna turn them back. All right. So he's putting that old spirit back in Russia, that USSR spirit.
that's right. That's why the whole Ukraine war got started.
Exactly.
The Lord put them, so the hook's been in the jaw. You know what I'm saying? It's already. Bro, we're literally like on the edge of our seat, waiting for it to pop.
That's right.
bro, right? Because they first did it in 2014. They tried to attack Ukraine in 2014, but it wasn't time yet.
Yeah.
It wasn't time yet. That would have caused other things. But nothing would have. So this is the perfect time. The slam slimming didn't even happen yet. The slam slimming allowed the towers for the next phase of his new world order to be set up. So showing you like why, showing you the Lord is in control. It wasn't time for that yet. We are not at time. Like you said, what you was talking about, that it was an art. Oh, Pastor Tar did a lesson on it about they talking about making it mandatory setting up the system for the MOTB over there because they need to gain order back. They need to take what do you say? What you say? Over there in with the small hat, you know, over there in that land. I forgot the title of the lesson Apostle Tahar did, but showing you that because the picture he had with Apostle Tahar had it on his steel was everything destroyed. So I thought it was very spiritual because that's that brings in next phases. They need war. He said it himself. RAWCHAA said war. We need war to happen. Why? Because it's going to issue in the next phase. So what you see taking place in Ukraine and all these different things, bro, that's so he could issue in his next phase, which is the new world. See? The MOTB, that technology, that beast system, right? The height of his beast system. You got it, bro.
So Joel chapter 3, verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and departed my land.
YAHWASHI, the Lord's judgment, my judgment, Yahweh's judgment. Right? He said the Lord is the judge. Him. Right? He said he's known by the judgment in Psalms 9, he's known by the judgment which he executed. So the Lord is going to bring these nations into what? The valley of decision.
Right.
Which is the so-called Middle East.
Fertile crescent.
West Asia.
Yeah. Right, that's why he dried up the Euphrates River, so that they can battle can happen in all forms.
Yeah, that's a prophecy that's taking place right now that we're watching for as well. You know, the river drying up. You know, and you can see each year it's like it's getting less and less the water. Right, you see it more and more desert ground. You see, you know, hey, you know, that's a beautiful, remarkable thing. You know how big the Euphrates River is? Well, it was.
Right. All those nations surrounding that Euphrates River, Red Sea, right, and all those different bodies of water, those different nations. That's all the so-called Middle East, man, and that's what all that's going to take place at. So these different bodies of water is important to know. All right, prophecy of what's going to happen with these other nations during the end time.
That's right. It's like an hourglass. You know what I'm saying? You can look at the river drying up as an hourglass. Right? You turn it, like you fill it up and then you turn it upside down. You see how it's just running out. And it's just, you know what I'm saying? Before you know it, it's over with, man. You got to jump on through it.
Joel 3:9. Proclaim this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, so let them come up.
Fluffy, go ahead. Finish that up.
He said, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up.
Hey, they coming up, right, to wage war against each other with nuclear missiles, man. Right? They're gonna be shooting missiles against each other. And they're mighty now because they got those nuclear missile capabilities. At one point in time, they were what? Farmers. Right. But the Lord told them to beat their plowshares into swords, man. Yeah. So now they got nuclear missile capabilities. Yeah. And that's why you got Kim Jong-un, right? He's claiming that he's strong now because he have a ally, which is Russia. Right? He has a big brother Russia.
Nuclear capability.
Yeah.
Got nuclear capability.
That's who's giving them the nuclear capability.
Exactly.
But that's because they were saying it's a rumor. Like you said, you shall hear wars and rumors of wars. So it's a rumor out right now that some of those things is chariots and some of them is drones, but the ones of them that's drones, they trying to detect a nuclear bomb, a nuclear bomb that went missing from Ukraine a couple of weeks ago, and now they say that these drones is like radiation detectors, and they searching the country for this broken arrow. That's what you call a broken arrow. Is code or military code for a stolen missile.
Bro, that's how you know. Like no, if Esau is not doing this himself, and it's
that's a rumor.
Let's say it's actually like Russia or somebody that had these drones coming through there. My point is
that's why I said they could be looking for something.
Right. That's my point. These niggas, if they not doing it, that shows you how weak the defense system is. That they let shit just come in the atmosphere and they don't have no.
That's the precept. This is precept. Right. Land of unwalled villages, man. This is the place of unwalled villages. All right, here it is. Here it is. Anybody can just walk in this motherfucker. All right, any other borders of America is freely open. Not only that, but the scriptures talk about how the Lord's Spirit is in those missiles. So that missile defense system, you can have, North Korea shoots all the missile, and it's coming here toward America. Esau can interrupt it with the missile defense system. It's still going to hit its target because the Lord's Spirit is in those missiles, man. Yep. Got it, Slug.
No, that's what I was getting at. I'm glad you came out.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 11. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages.
Let's talk about Russia. The Lord gonna put the spirit on Russia to do what? Invade this place, man. This is the land of unwalled villages because there's no defense mechanism here. There's no border. Hey, in the ancient world, you had walls around the cities, which that's what would be a besiegement. A besiegement would happen when you have a wall around the village. So then you have to do what? You have to either starve the people. You have to have a mechanism, man. Just like the walls of Jericho. Our people, we had a mechanism to bring those walls down to infiltrate that city. Right. This place, you don't have to do that because there's no fucking defense mechanism here, man.
They got the missile defense system, but in that day, the Lord is not going to work. It say that they shall fall upon the sword and shall not be wounded. So in the day of the Lord, when the day of judgment take place, the American missile defense system is not going to do nothing.
Yeah, that's the point the brother was just saying. But when you talk about the wall, that's what happened in because we had a wall, but then they built another wall, blocked us in, and starved us out. See what I'm saying? Yeah, the Romans, you're right. So showing you how walls can act as a defense and it can act as an offense. You know what I'm saying? So this place don't have that at all. You guys are just walking charcoal. You guys are just
lambs. Last president let all the different people in. You know what I'm saying? So that's like there's different types of invasion. There's an actual military invasion, but then there's like sleeper cell invasion. So you send in agents and spies, and people countries actually wage war against each other by sending migrants to each other. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's a form of warfare.
Right. But I always make mention last point if I can. Like you watch the show CSI, not CSI, it's IS. That shows like that. That's my shit, man. Especially with Jethro. Yeah, that's the coldest one. That nigga Jethro, yeah. But anyways, like you said, on there the dude was he was from I think Iraq or something. His family came here, the land of opportunity. He was a little nigga, don't know what's going on. They raised him up, their customs, traditions, and so forth. So he looked like a regular citizen. The whole time, this nigga is a trained heiress. And he grows up, read in his mind the ways of what took place when they was a child. And now he executes the plan. So all you see, a lot of these people here that got these stores and these yo fucking classmates, these niggas is really set here to cause havoc on you niggas when it's time, bro. Sleeper agent, sleeper sales, bro. Go ahead, Doc.
A little bit more. To answer your point. This Ezekiel 38 and 11 again. And thou shalt say, I will go up to the unwalled villages. I mean, to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them that are at rest.
Right, and America's at rest right now. Isaiah 47 and 8. It's called this place. She dwelleth carelessly, man. Everybody dwelleth carelessly right now. Esau, he's dwelling carelessly. He's not worried about these other nations. All right, he got nuclear capability. He know these other nations got nuclear capability. He's in his pride right now, so he's not worried. Everybody's dwelling carelessly. This is the place of everybody's at comfort right now. Everybody's at ease.
Yeah, because you got these other countries getting their citizens prepared.
Exactly. Exactly.
What is the average American doing?
Exactly.
Dogging.
Right.
Right. Oh, bro,
That's the nigga scream from his bedroom.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Streaming, right? Streamers.
You watching another nigga's his bedroom. What the fuck is the world coming to? Y'all niggas, y'all kids need to go. Hey, remember, we was children, we would go outside, touch the grass, scrape your knees, bump your head.
Yep.
Shit, what the hell?
It says, all of them dwelling without walls and having neither bars nor gates.
Right. Having either bars or gates. But once again, this place has no walls.
Go back to the mentality. Because like you say, Isaiah 47, they feel like they can't be brought down.
Right.
So you ask an average American citizen, especially the so-called Democrats, you ask them how they feel about immigrants and all that. They whole mindset is just let anybody in. You know what I'm saying? They whole mindset is this, this land is your land, this land is my land. Look at that. So their mindset is they're willing to let, because the Republicans were trolling them, saying they was like interviewing Democrats, and it was like this is Raul from Mexico. Will you let him live with you? And so the Democrats, they like, yeah, I'm live with these lying ass up. So she's like, okay, we'll give him your keys. She's like, well, I don't got my keys on me. Like, well, why don't you let him live with you? He's an immigrant. This is what y'all vote for, this and that. You see? So that's their mindset though. Like that this place is just a free for all. Anybody can come in. We love it. We can love anybody. It's an American dream. So that's going to end up being a downfall for them because, again, that's going to cause division within this nation, which you're already seeing that. And the division is going to get greater and greater and when all hell breaks loose, that's when every man's going to return to their own people. You're going to have race wars and class wars.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right. So your pride of life was your downfall. Your pride of life allowed your pride of life allowed you not to have a system set in place that made sense.
Right. Well, now they trying to do that. That's why. Right. Now they trying to tighten the grip. That's why I'm saying we need a biometric tracking system. We need it. That's how he said it. He said we need it. That's
The Lord told the serpent that he should go about his belly. He should eat the dust, man. All right, so all throughout this devil's rulership will be confusion. So that means going to end in confusion by the Lord sitting this place in the dust.
That's the thing. As we get closer to the end, the truth is going to manifest. And the truth manifests, the truth contradicts everything that the society taught you. Was a myth or a legend. That his science, when the truth manifests, when the theory, when everything manifests, it goes completely against everything that this place has been pushing, man. So he's gonna be exposed as the liar of the earth. We're gonna be exposed as the prophets of the earth.
All the elements should melt with fervent heat. That's everything. All these things you see is made with elements.
And it's saying life in the dust, right? What did the Most High tell the spectre of the guard? Not gonna walk away from my head.
Isaiah 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right, dust is like confusion. It's low. It's meaningless. Like it's dust on your table. That shit blowing the wind. You don't think nothing of it. You keep going this way. So the Lord is about to put you at a confused state. He's about to put you low, man. Because right now you're at the height you ever been.
You know how you ever been, man? You already there. Things like they asking about what you them. We don't know what they are, but you know, we got the FBI, we got the apartment and all that shit. So yeah, they like we don't know what they are, but yeah, we know that they're cool. They're cool though. You know?
Being lost. Like if you in a dust storm, you can't see nothing.
Right.
You don't know where nothing is at.
Right.
Because
No
you
sense
lost.
of direction.
Right. No sense of direction.
Right.
It says, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter.
Hence the word make America great again. Because they're lost. They're trying to find their way back to, their pride of life. So he says, sit in the dust, virgin daughter. Go ahead.
It says, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
Right. So the Lord called you a virgin daughter, and he said, sit on the ground, for there is no throne. Because Yahawashi is coming back, and he said, on his head are many crowns. Yahawashi is going to show you what real power looks like, bro. He gonna take it from you. He said, 1 hour thou should be destroyed. That's all he needs.
That's why he said sit on the ground, because there is no throne. He didn't tell his disciples that they're gonna sit on the ground. He said, thou shalt sit on 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. So he saw your ass getting off the throne.
Right, and that's the most dishonorable thing. That's the most dishonorable thing. One of the dishonorable things for a king to should be for a king to be just let like on the, that's a peasant state.
Well, that's what happened. Nebuchadnezzar.
Yeah.
He got on the ground, he ate grass as a beast.
Exactly.
So that's what you Esau hook and snatched from him. He said they shall narrowly look upon you.
He said, and also said, daughter of the Chaldeans. Now, the Chaldeans, they were known for their witchcraft. They were sorcerers too as well. That's what America is, right? He commits sorcery in order to catch you up, man. But there's philosophies and things like that. He's a daughter of the Chaldean. Hey, all of the witchcraft and sorceries and all of her enlightenment and her knowledge will become brought to light.
Hey, if you was like from a third world country and you got Instagram or something and you was looking at the women of America on there, they all look they all look perfect because they got the makeup, they cover themselves with makeup. It reminds me of Revelation, right? It reminds me of Revelation 17. So the people in them other countries like that, they see the American women, they see American people that, oh my God, it's so perfect. The whole time that bitch ugly.
See wipe that shit off. You might see the blemishes.
Right, bro. It's a video, bro. It's a video, bro. She said her husband, they've been together for over like 15, 20 years, bro. She said her husband still don't know what she really look like.
Without makeup?
Without makeup. Every morning she get up before he get up and put that shit back on how he met her.
Hey, before you date these women, man, when you take it, hey, the first date you take these women to, man, take their ass to the gym, to the swimming pool. Yeah, take their ass to the swammer. They don't want to go, hey, they ain't your wife, man. Or give her a hug if she leaves something on your shirt, leave that bitch right at the table.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's leaving the makeup. That makeup is witchcraft. We joking, but that shit is witchcraft, man. All right, that shit is witch, and it deceives you. How the fuck you don't know what your wife look like after 10 years, man?
But that's what Jezebel was doing.
Face.
She was painting her face, and to tell you that Revelation 17 concerning the whore. She was beautiful. You look at it.
Right. That, like y'all said, last point, y'all said it was witchcraft. The video just came out a couple days ago of a chick complaining. I think she was Muslim or something, and she was complaining she was like, I don't know how. She was like, it's a lie. That's what she's saying. Like the American way is a lie. She's like, I don't know. She was basically saying, I don't know how you women are saying that being single is okay. Shit like that. That's witchcraft. That pushing single women and an independent life. That's witchcraft. That's what
was made for the man.
Right. So she's like, bro, there's no way.
He was always good for him. So how can being single be the goal? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes. Isaiah 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne.
Right. I saw Satan fall as lightning. Go ahead.
Yes. It says, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
These wizards, you see, that's casting all these spells, these magi's, right? They go in all these ancient lands and get all the great, so-called great things in those different lands, and they make one big ball of the shit. That's what you see here. See Christmas tree, see all type of shit. Go ahead.
It says, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Right, because at first this place was known as the Golden City. It was known as the land of opportunity. But now people are fleeing back to their own lands. It's no longer tender and delicate no more. They don't see no use in this place no more. Go ahead.
I'm about to pick their ass out. That was it. I'm about to say, use this place like a whore. Everybody know what you left with a whore, you put that bitch out. Right? Yeah, right.
Right.
Like I said, Trump about to put their ass out too. They're saying that that new law that new law could potentially affect 20,000 East Indians. You know, that new law about the mass deportation. You know.
Oh yeah. Right. So yeah, so Lord willing, this is edifying. We'd like to give all honor and glory and the praise and worship for our power.
YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
Double honors to our apostle, elders, and bishops, great millstone, who will teach you on sound doctrine. Don't shalom to the hopeful elect. Hey man, thank you for almost out here, man.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, shalom. Walk on, yes, shalom. Walk on the board, man.
Shalom.
Shalom.